What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Happy Cyber Monday. Did anybody get any good deals? I should have asked y'all that. Did anybody get any good deals today? Anybody go out here and look into Cyber Monday and get any good deals, child? I did a little shopping today. I don't know if I got a good deal or not, but I did do me a little shopping today. So first and foremost, I have a few announcements that I need to make before we get into the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about today. So first of all, as you guys can see here, I will be interviewing Ashley Silva from the Love and Marriage DC. We're going to be talking about her book, Do That Shit, which is a self-help book. And we are going to be talking about Love and Marriage DC, which we know starts at season 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow, next month. So that's the first thing that I want to bring to you all's attention. Okay, that's number one. And please join me. It's Wednesday at 7 o'clock. The time is subject to change, so be flexible. But it is scheduled for Wednesday. It is scheduled for Wednesday evening, but I said 7 o'clock. But it may be later. Okay, but just be flexible. It's gonna be Wednesday though. The next thing I want to remind you guys of is tonight is the Whether You Like It or Not panel. It is going to be, where's my overlay? Did I delete it? No, there it is right there. We will be over on Simply Sakina's channel. I will be putting the link on my community wall. So if you're not subscribed to Sakina, which you should be, if you are not subscribed to Sakina, then just make sure that you are looking at the community wall because the link will be up there. But y'all know we're going to have to get into this Real Housewives of Potomac thing because y'all know they was cutting up last night. So we're going to have to get into that. And last but not least, Christmas. It is Thanksgiving is over. We have officially started the holiday season. For those who know me, y'all know I love Christmas. Okay. So, child, I just got up. I was laying down. My hair looking crazy. I thought I had brushed my hair. Oh yeah, Danny, put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat, love. I lost my train of thought now. Oh, the 12 Days of Christmas does start this week. That is a members only giveaway. So if you are a member before midnight on Wednesday, November the 30th, you are eligible to be a part of the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. I have great some great vendors lined up, some great gifts that I'll be giving away. Your name goes into the Jack Daniels box, and I will pull a name out every other day until December the 24th, and you will win something. Okay. Now, don't fret. I know everybody cannot be a member. You may desire to be, but you can't be, or maybe you don't desire to be. We will be doing other things throughout the month of December because I do love Christmas and I love giving away. Last but not least, I told y'all I had a couple of announcements today. Last but not least, y'all do know that my Bennett little sister, Danny has goals. She's one of my mods and a member. She has released a self-help book. Hold on, it's right here. This is one of the giveaways for the 12 Days of Christmas. It is a self-care workbook, okay? She has also released, and we talked about this already, there are all sorts of activities and affirmations and things for your self-help to get yourself ready and organized. We are going to do this. We're going to do some of these activities together as a tribe. I haven't figured out how we're going to incorporate it, but we will. But this is one of the giveaways. You see it's thick. It's plenty of things in here. But she also has released an adult coloring book as well. So for those of you that are into the adult coloring books, that is on there. I told her to put the link in the chat. But I also want to share with you guys, if you have children in your life, I want to share another friend of mine has written a children's book. She's an author. She's written a few books. She's also my Bennett sister. And I want to share this with you guys. If you are looking for a children's book, it is called In the Nick of Time. And you may notice something a little different on here. You see a black Santa. I don't think you guys realize that there are less than 10 published books that feature a black Santa Claus. So when we talk about representation and when we talk about what our children need to see, then this is what they need to see, you guys. So if you are looking for, if you just want to support my Bennett sister, you know, you guys can go ahead and buy the book. You see the Kindle edition is $2.99. The book is I think $15.99. But again, if you have a kid in your life, if you have a child, somebody celebrating Christmas, this would be a great book for you guys to buy them for the Christmas season. And this, as you see in the title, it says In the Nick of Time 2. This is a sequel. There was the first book, which talked about the two main characters becoming friends and dealing with the fact that he's white and he's black, and them overcoming that, you know, the prejudice there on a kid's level. So again, this is my Bennett sister. So if you guys want to support, please, by all means. The link is already in the chat. Hold on. Where's the link? Let me pin it. The link is already in the chat. So told you we had a couple of announcements before we get into the main event today, child. All right. Ooh, we got a lot going on today. You know, it's that time of year. And y'all know I like to support my people, support my friends. And if you do buy the book, y'all know I always ask if you can, please leave a review. You know, that's important on Amazon, is to leave a 5-star review. Please, that is very helpful to, you know, getting the book pushed to the top. So when people are searching for kids' books, Christmas books, it will pop right up. Okay. All right. I know that's a lot, y'all. I know I threw a lot at y'all at the beginning, but you know, we got to take care of some family business, child. We got to take care of some family business. All right. Let me share this video out. Let me pin this comment, and then we're going to share this video out. All right. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to all my members. I see a lot of green in the chat today, y'all. Shout out to all my members. All right. Let's get into this. What's up, Dark Liquor Cam? What's up, Markel? It's been so long since I talked to you. Oh my goodness. Lock Queen. What's up, Andrea? Hey, Danny. What's up, Abby? Hey, Yogi. Hey, Ramel. Happy belated birthday, y'all. Ramel celebrated a birthday this weekend. Everybody, congratulate him, please. I mean, I said congratulate him because I was reading the comment. Everybody wish Ramel a happy birthday, please. Hey, Yana. What's up, love? Thank you. Thank you so much. We've been trying to set this interview up. We've been back and forth trying to link our schedules up. So I'm definitely excited about this. Hey, Sarah. Oh, I'm right on time tonight. Yep, you right on time tonight. Hey Brandon, what's up, love? Haven't seen you in a while. This Jen Shah mess is news to me. I'm interested to hear what went down. We're gonna get into it in two more. As soon as I say hi to my people, we're gonna get into it. Hey Shad, what's up, Linda? Hey Kasmine, Joshua, Limit Kush, what's up? What's up? Jen Shah might want to sit down before she really has to sit down. She out here doing way too much. Just a couple of weeks ago, she was yelling at somebody in the streets. Yeah, I never got that whole story, so that's why I didn't really talk about it, because I never got the whole story. I got an iPad for $150 on Black Friday. That's about it. Oh, that's a good one. I thought about getting my mom an iPad because her laptop is acting up, but then I would have to teach her how to use it, and that's just a lot. That's just a lot. I'm waiting on Abby to make her announcement before the candle sale at Bath and Body Works. What announcement? What announcement? Oh, Abby's announcement. Well, Abby is on the vendors list, so somebody gonna win. Hey, Tracy. Oh, both my Tracys are here today. Hey, you need that coloring book? Well, the link is in the chat. Go on and order you one. Go on and get you one. The link is in the chat. Yes. Hey, Diamond Pearl. I'm making sure I get everybody. Hey, Sharice. It's Sagittarius season. Well, happy birthday to all the Sages. Is that right, Sages? Okay. Y'all, so listen, let's get into this Jen Shah situation. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been feeling some kind of way about Jen Shah for a minute, but I kind of sat on it because I was like, well, maybe it's just me. She got enough going on, maybe it's just me. Okay. But for those who don't know who I'm talking about, Jen Shah is one of the stars of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, Jen Shah has been infamous almost since the show started. She came on season 1 flaunting this, over the top lifestyle. She got 20 assistants and got this big lavish house and a closet full of designers, and she throws birthday parties for her friends worth $20,000. Like just one of those kind of people, right? And we found out at the end of season 1, while they were filming season 2, that she had been indicted for fraud. Now, I have done videos about it. Y'all can go back into the archives. We did a whole breakdown based off of the documentary that was on Hulu. So y'all can go do all of that, child. Well, Joshua, you just all over the place. Well, hey, from Italy? Okay. So, but what we know that since then, she's actually pled guilty, and her sentencing is after the new year. I think January the 5th is her sentencing. So right now, we're just in a holding pattern. She's getting through the holidays, and it's almost 100% likely that she's going to do some jail time. Now, I ain't her attorney or her lawyer. I'm not the judge, but based on what she pled guilty to, I think she could serve up to, I think they say that she could possibly serve up to something like 30 years or something like that. So I don't see her not serving any jail time. But we'll see, child. We'll see. Now, with all that being said, you wait for the husband to leave. He tired. Yeah, child. I don't see. I'll wait and see how much time she get, but I'm just saying. So, with all of that being said, there was an incident between her. The Grizzlies got time. She gonna get time, child. The Grizzlies. Oh, so you gotta be the Grizzlies. There was a situation with the blog. There's a blog. Let me download this. Let me show y'all the picture. This is like a podcast blog situation. It's called the Bros Chat or something like that. As you can see, there are 4 guys. Mitch is the host, and these other 3 men are the co-hosts. We're going to get into a little bit of this, but there was an incident between Jen Shah and Mitch where Mitch made some comments about Jen Shah on the podcast that weren't very flattering. I don't have an audio of the original comments, but what I know is that the comments were not very flattering. The minimum was 11 years. Yeah, she going to jail, child. And as a result, she called Mitch an Oreo. Now, there's some more drama going down where she allegedly was talking to this guy right here, Galeo. And Galeo made some comments about Mitch. Like, they got a whole internal thing going on right now where Galeo made some comments about Mitch saying, well, Galeo don't like Mitch either. And Galeo says none of the other guys like Mitch and blah, 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 blah. Real messy stuff. But let's just focus on the Oreo thing for a minute. I don't care nothing about their internal strife because I don't know nothing about these people. And I wasn't going back to listen to do all of that, you know. But Jen Shah called this man an Oreo. Now, the reason why that bothers, well, there are a lot of reasons why it bothers me. But the main reason why that bothers me is because Oreo is it's a slur. When somebody, and it's a slur that we generally within the Black community use to call someone out that we feel is acting white. Think of an Oreo, right? Black on the outside, white on the inside. So when a Black, it's the same as like an Uncle Tom or whatever. It's along those lines. For those of you who've never heard that term or don't know how that term is used or whatever, I'm just letting y'all know. That's that mindset of where that term sort of comes from. It's a slur. And it's a slur that generally means that you're saying that someone is acting white. And it's an internal slur. Like, white people don't call Black people Oreos. Like, that's not a thing, right? So here's my problem. And this has been my problem with Jen Shah. I have not spoken a lot about it because, again, like I said, we've had so many other things to talk about when it comes to Jen, child. I talked about it a little bit season 1 when her and Mary Cosby got into it. When Mary made some comments about driving past a 7-Eleven and she saw Black people out front. And Jen always wants to Black identify. I'm gonna get a little racy today. I know y'all not used to me going here, but we going here today. I might even have a sugar spike. Okay. In the words of El Teddy, I might even have a sugar spike over here, okay? She's Black identifying because her husband is Black and because she has biracial children, which she never says that they're biracial. She always says Black. I don't know if y'all pay attention to that, but she always says, I have Black sons. She never says they're biracial. Now, for those who do not know, Jen Shah is Pacific Islander. Her heritage is Pacific Islander. So she is part Hawaiian, part, I think, Polynesian. Okay. So she's not Black, but she falls under that umbrella of people of color. Y'all know how I feel about that people of color thing. Y'all know I don't like that people of color thing. But she falls under that umbrella of people of color. My problem, I feel like she uses that I'm married to a Black man to sort of appropriate the culture and embed herself in, but I'm married to a Black man and I have Black kids. I'm Black. I feel like she stops right short. She stops right short of saying, but I'm Black, because you're not. This right here bothers me. I could show y'all probably 20 pictures of her with her hair braided, right? When she was arrested, her hair was braided. If you Google Jen Shah braids, let me show y'all. And the reason why I know is because I did it. If you Google Jen Shah braids, this pops up. There's a whole page showing her with different hairstyles of her hair braided. Now, I know that we don't have the monopoly on braids. Before somebody put it in the chat, I know that we do not have the monopoly on braids. However, y'all, this bothers me. Now, maybe I shouldn't be bothered by it. Maybe y'all are like, oh, really, B, you doing too much, you tripping. But I feel like she feels like this is okay. And because she's married to a black man, it gives her a black card. And it gives her the right to appropriate our culture. Now, if I'm wrong, put it in the chat. Now, tell me if I'm doing too much, if I'm thinking too hard. Take the Jen overlay off. Why? Y'all don't want to see her face no more? Y'all want to see her no more? Okay, I'll take the overlay off, chat. But when I saw those braids, and on the last episode, she got her hair braided. When I saw those braids, I was like, I'm not okay with this. Because again, I feel like you are trying to appropriate our culture because you are in proximity to blackness. Right? Your husband is black. It does not make you black. It does not give you access to the club. Yes, you have sons. You are raising for all intents and purposes, the world sees a black man. So you are raising black sons. I'm okay with that. But that doesn't give you free access to the club. Like you're not in the club. The braids are nice to me. I like the shades too. You said it. I was about to say, yeah, the braids are pretty. Rather, braids don't bother me. It's just another example of her thinking she's actually black. It bothered me from that stuff with Mary. Now that she's going to prison, it bothers me even more. Okay, Miss Erica, exactly, Erica. She uses it. Okay, she uses it so when she says something crazy, it kind of gets glossed over. My nephew is Samoan and black, and he identifies as black, but he don't go around saying ish like this. Right. So let's get back to the Oreo thing. Let's ask, and I want y'all to be honest, because again, if really be doing too much, tell me really be doing too much. Okay, I'm okay. We having a conversation. And I'm gonna even drop the link for a few minutes. So if y'all want to come up and share, that's fine too. If y'all watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, if this were Heather, well, sometimes Heather just as bad, but she ain't as bad. But if this were Heather that had called a black blogger an Oreo, I feel like there would be some level of outrage. Like I saw this story 2 days ago, and the only reason why I didn't report on it then is because honestly, y'all know I've been rolling this weekend. I've been like this weekend, and I really just didn't have time to really dig deep into it. But the question remains, what's this? Like, if that had been Heather calling this man a Oreo, are we wrong for this? Jen always does too much. I tried to tell you when the show started, she thinks she resident black girl. That's why she is such an issue with Mary. She can be the black girl till the real thing showed up. I agree, Abby. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think I went back and forth. Not because I didn't agree, but I think because I ain't like Mary. So I feel like Jen might have got a pass for me because Mary irritated me so much. But now I kind of like Mary. And Jen is just doing too much. The Oreo thing really took me over the edge. Folk argued me down season 1 when I clocked it. Those same folks swore Jen had some black in her. Now, I always knew Jen wasn't black. I always knew Jen wasn't black. She would be called a racist if it was Heather. Absolutely. If this were a white woman, can y'all know what the headlines would read? If Heather had called a black blogger an Oreo, and I feel like she's still getting a pass. I feel like she's still getting a pass. It's also interesting because it may also be a reflection of her husband's thinking. Clearly, her husband don't have a problem with it because he ain't clocked it. Like, they've been married a long time. And if you even, let me see if I can find a picture of Jen Shah before she got married. Let me see. Let me see. Let's look at this picture. Now, this might be a better picture. Because she do look like a white woman. I ain't gonna lie about that. All right, let's look at this. If Heather had done it, would have been as bad as her calling someone a okay. Okay, Abby, have a good time in class, love. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this picture together. Let's look at this. Now I Googled Jen Shah before she got married. Now here's Jen Shah. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Here we go. Look at these pictures. That's on her wedding day. Look at these. Now that's her now. Clearly there's been some work done. Like that's clearly work's been done. But when they looking like Jenny Ma and Jeezy, you know what, Shan? They do. And it's like, again, I just feel like I feel like she's getting a pass because again, this story's been out there. This story has been circulated. I saw it 2 days ago, and then somebody else sent it to me today. My producer sent it to me today. So is a very entitled woman. She is. In my opinion, her husband is keeping quiet. As soon as that cell door closes, he's filing for divorce. Yeah, I don't give it 2 solid years. I think he might stay married a little bit longer just for appearances, and then I think he's gonna quietly file for divorce, child. The blogs will pick it up, but he's gonna try to do it quietly. She was absolutely gorgeous. I agree. She was absolutely gorgeous. I agree with you 100%. She didn't need all that work. She was gorgeous. But I feel like she presented more as Pacific Islander before the work. Right? Before the work done, she looked more Pacific Islander than I think she does now. Now, again, like I said, if I were to call it something, I would call it cultural appropriation. I mean, am I wrong for saying that? Are people giving her a pass because they aren't sure about her ethnicity? You know, that's a good question. That is a very good question. I don't know. I don't know if people give her a pass because they're not sure of her or her ethnicity, or if her proximity to with her husband and her kids. I don't know. That's a really, really good question. That's a good question. But I think a lot of times, and black men do it too, when they're dating a black woman or married to a black woman, we feel like the proximity to black gives us this black card, this access. And again, I know that we don't own the monopoly on braiding hair and all that. Like, I get that. I get that. I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm not stupid. I know that it doesn't give us it doesn't, but it just, I don't know, y'all. It just rubs me. And then when I saw that she called this young man an Oreo, I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all. And I feel like even, I mean, you could tell that there's clearly an issue there, because even they didn't seem to have a problem with it. Like, if that's me and that's, those are my friends, and this non-African American woman called him an Oreo, I would be outraged, but they didn't even seem to be that upset by it. My husband is African and I would never get away with it. Right. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to bring it to the tribe. I'm going to drop the link and let y'all come up. And if y'all want to share y'all piece, y'all can share y'all piece. This is not going to be a long one today. Because, but I'm going to drop the link. And if y'all want to come up and tell me how you feel, I'm going to hear it. Because again, it rubbed me the wrong way, y'all. I ain't going to lie. It's rubbing me the wrong way. And even like that Oreo thing, I don't even like when black people call other black people Oreo. I don't even like that. What's up, Miss Bay thing? To be fair, I met a woman while living in Hawaii from Tahiti. She had a darker hue than myself. You thought she was a black woman. Again, the fact that she presents, I ain't even tripping off of that. Because like you said, if you go, I mean, I ain't tripping off of that. But for me, I'm more like, just the privilege that you think it's okay for you to use a racial slur towards a black man. Because that's a racial slur. Calling somebody an Oreo in the context in which she used it is a slur. It's a slur. Hey, girl.
Hey, Really B, how you doing? Sorry, I'm a little sick, but I'm gonna
Oh,
say
you
this.
feel better.
Thank you. What I will say about this is that I'm gonna call a spade a spade. It was nasty. It was disgusting. It was a racist comment, and like I said in the comments, Jen. Let's be clear. Jen has had black in her, but she does not have black in her.
Girl, don't be
Period.
doing that while I'm drinking.
Sorry. Sorry, it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that she's not raising black young men because her kids, regardless to what her race is, will be identified as black men. Like my nephew's black and Samoan. So at the end of the day, he identifies as black. But you can't go around calling people Oreos because if somebody called her like a slur that was related to an islander, I don't know any, and I wouldn't use it if I did. She wouldn't like that. That's not okay. It's not okay, in my opinion. And
I agree. I agree. It bothered me. Like I'm not even gonna pretend. Like that's why I did this live because I was like, this is bothering me. And so let me ask you, and I think the answer is obvious, but I'm gonna just again want to make sure I'm not tripping. Why do
okay,
you think there isn't more outrage? Why do you think nobody seems to be picking this story up? Because again, it's been floating around for two. I saw this over the weekend. I think I saw it either Saturday because today's Monday. I saw it like Friday or Saturday. Why do you think this isn't picking up more steam? Why do you
traction.
think this isn't? Yeah.
I think because when she first came on the show, she always what she did, she made it and put her family out like she's this not black woman, but she's a brown person. She always made it known that she's not a white woman in where they at Utah or whatever, that she comes from this background of black and brown people. And at the end of the day, you could be black and brown, but you could still be racist towards your black and brown people, your same culture. And I think that a lot of people are picking it up because I can't remember who said it in the comments, but I think it's more of like people don't know how she identifies or what she is. But I think that's the only reason why people aren't really picking it up like that. I just don't think that enough people are the right people. Like you're one of the first people that I heard even mention this, and I watched the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So I think you're the only one that's actually mentioned this that I've seen, and she just identifies herself. She makes it like she's so down with the brown, with the black and
Mhm.
the brown. So people aren't really taking it for what it could be, but that it's racist to me. In my opinion, it's not okay. You can't go
I'm
around
gonna
calling
put
people Oreos.
I'm gonna put the Instagram handle of it's called BROUGH chat. That's their Instagram. Y'all go over there and check it out. I'm gonna play a little bit of the conversation. It's not long. It's just a little bit of the conversation where they address it on air. And like I said, it sounds like they kind of got their own thing going on over there. It sounds like they got some internal strife. But if you they actually have it right there. I should have screenshotted this picture, but you can see it. It's blurry. I know it's kind of blurry, but you can actually see that is her. That's coming from her Twitter account, and it says Mitch the bitch. Galeo didn't have to. I blocked that Oreo cookie. LOL. So she thought it was funny to say it, and then it was
Right.
LOL. So this is coming from her, right? This isn't, but I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of the conversation again. Like I said, there's clearly some internal strife going on amongst them, but the members of his panel didn't even seem to defend him. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
Wow.
Hold on. Come on, Sam.
About the critique I may give on Brooke.
Okay, here it is.
Didn't like what you had to say.
Well, I've consistently
episode of
I critiqued Jen Shah, but it doesn't matter to me about the critique I may give on Roadshop. I don't deserve to be on the receiving end of being named in direct messages and threats, calling me an Oreo cookie. That's hurtful. A non-black woman saying to me that I'm not black enough.
She's a woman of color, though.
She's a non-black woman, Maurice, saying that to me. It is inappropriate.
Well, Mitch, I guess she felt the things that you said about her and how those people came in and how they came into her house was inappropriate as well, too.
Maurice, I don't deserve to be on the receiving end of a single threat.
So, I mean, you see, in the Maurice, I'm gonna go back to the picture so y'all know who's who in the scenario. That's Mitch. Oh shoot, their names are there. So you see, Mitch is right here. That's the one talking. That's the one who she called a Oreo. This is Maurice down here, who's like, well, she didn't like the things that you said about her. Galeo is, like I said, they having some sort of strife where Galeo was having a conversation with Jen and basically was like, well, none of us like Mitch and blah, blah, blah. So like I said, I ain't getting into the politics of what they got going on over there. But legally declared broke brings up a good point. She says, I wonder if people aren't picking it up because they don't consider Oreo to be a slur. This is the first time I've heard of it being referred to as such. And that's valid because, again, for some people, maybe they've never heard that used as a slur before. That's something that I heard growing up. I heard Oreo as a slur. And slur, I'm not going to say slur is a strong word because I think the way she meant it as a slur. So I'm not going to say it's a strong word, but I think that, thank you so much for the super chat. Biracial Bubblegum TV said, will they be outraged for Jen or just mixed girls? Will there be outrage for Jen or just mixed girls? I don't understand the question. I'm not sure I understand the question. Will there be outrage for Jen or just mixed girls? What's up, Xavier? I don't think I understand the question. Why is Mauricio defending her? Mauricio? What he got to do with this? He all the way on a whole nother franchise. He need to worry about what he got going on over there.
I don't think that like you said, I've heard that Oreo term a lot of times, and it's usually within like the Black community, and we, might say, oh, that Oreo, whatever, but it's not something that we put out in public because we know that it's not okay to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out here just saying, oh, that Oreo just because of whatever. If I've said it before, it's like, okay, that's something that is in the confines of the people that I am closer with. And it's like, okay, we are, you know how you get when you get around your friends. But I don't believe that Jen meant it in a nice way, which we know that she didn't because of the things that he said about her from what the people on the panel were saying. But it's not okay. I don't care. It's not okay for it to come out of her mouth, being is that her kids, let's be real, could be considered the same thing.
People say coconut in the UK, which again has the same connotation: brown on the outside, white on the inside. So for people who, and again, it may be a generational thing as well, because again, growing up, it's meant to be used as an insult. It's sort of like when somebody says you're acting black. I mean, you're acting white. You sound white. You trying to be white. And it is meant to be an insult because what it is people are saying you are not being true to your identity. You're not being true to who you are. You're trying to pretend to be something else. And if you listen to that clip, and I don't know these men from a hole in the wall, but if you listen to that clip and you hear his voice, he's talks very proper. So
Right.
again, is that where that's coming from? Because he has a very proper conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, let me
I was
clarify.
gonna say that.
Let me hold on. Thank you for the super chat, biracial bubblegum. Let me clarify. I feel as though Mia got too much heat. Jen should get more. Okay, so you're talking about in reference to Mia.
Ooh.
I don't think this is the same scenario, but maybe I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't see necessarily see the comparison. I mean, if you're saying you think Mia got too much heat, I don't think Mia's getting too much heat. So, but
Mia's not mixed as well, though. Mia's not mixed either. Both her
right, Mia's
parents are
black,
black.
right? Both of her
Right.
parents are black, so she's not
Right.
mixed.
No.
Her dad, and her mom are both black, so she's not.
Yeah, when they
biracial.
showed pictures last year of her dad's black. On
Yeah,
her
we
first
met her
season,
mom.
yeah.
Her mom is black, so she's not.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, she's not biracial. Now y'all correct me, but
I mean, for what I see, the pictures of her dad, and then last season, and then her mom, who we clearly seen last season and this season, she's not mixed. She's actually, her skin's lighter because of a lot of things that she's done to her own skin, but Mia's not mixed. Mia was a lot darker than what she was
yeah, if you look at
before.
old pictures of Mia was a lot darker
Yeah,
when she was.
she was at least a shade darker. She wasn't never
Yeah,
dark skinned, but she was, you know,
she was darker than
uh,
she is now. Yeah.
right, correct. So Mia's not mixed.
Yeah, I agree, Sandra. It definitely is an old school slur. You know what I think of, and I don't know how old you are, Andrea. I don't know how old you
I'm
are, but
39. I'm 39.
okay, so you're not too okay. You in the ballpark. I think of like
Mm-hmm.
old back in the day before we got too sensitive, and I don't want to say that's not the right word. Anyway, before we got politically correct, let me say that. When I think about old episodes of the Jeffersons or All in the Family, when they would use the slurs, that's something, George Jefferson would call Helen. He would call
Mm-hmm.
her a Oreo, and he would call her those things because he would say because she married a white man that she was
Right, man.
acting
Right.
white. So he would use those slurs. So it is old school. Like I probably couldn't tell you the last time I heard somebody use it, and they certainly don't use that kind of language on TV anymore. That's her adopted dad. Mia says she is mixed but identifies black, but Mia's a liar. So
I don't know. I can't believe none of what comes out of Mia's mouth. I need evidence because Mia really, she's doing a whole lot. And this is off topic, but Mia's doing a whole lot. And if Wendy would have went at her and told her she was an opioid stripper, I wouldn't even been mad at her because Mia is doing a lot. Mia, I don't believe nothing that comes out of
yeah,
her mouth. So I don't know.
yeah. And we also know that, and I did a thank you, M Love Black. Thank you. I saw it. I read it. Thank you, babes. Thank you for the super chat again. I read we did a video. Remember, I did a video last week as well, where again it's alleged. So I'm gonna have to preface what I'm saying with allegedly, but
Right.
allegedly Mia has lied about her childhood, that she was never adopted, she was never in foster care, that she very much has a family. She very much has, her mom and dad, her real mom and real dad, very much a
Right.
part of her life. Um, um, and that a lot of that has come out to not be true. So that's why I say I can't believe everything that Mia says, because there are some conflicting stories about her saying that she was adopted and she was in foster care. Allegedly, that wasn't true. So there's some mixed stories out there. And again, we know Mia a liar because, child, we done caught her in 20 lies since she's been on the show. So
Yeah.
I don't know her. I don't know her ethnicity. Zebra is another one that George used to call her a zebra, right? And it's again the same that thing. So it is a slur, in my opinion. And she meant it in that way. She meant it in a very provocative, in a negative way. And again, I put the if you guys want to, go and support them or reach out to them or just get more information on what they got going on, that's why I put it in the chat. I know Tracy, so that's why I ain't even worried, baby. I ain't worried. But that's why I put it in the chat. So if y'all want to go over there and just kind of see what's going on and get more detail. But again, it's clear, like they screenshot it. She said it. It's a screenshot. It's not allegedly. She said she called him an Oreo cookie and then put LOL like it was a joke. And again, I hate to say this because I know this is going to sound hypocritical, but what I can say to you, everybody can't say to you. You know, we
That's
can
true.
talk with each other and you can't say it.
It's like
You
the N
know?
word. It's like the N word.
And there might be things that her and her husband can say to each other behind closed doors as a couple
Right.
that don't need to come out in public. That's them, you know. Jen also reminded me the black girl on the cast that she's black. The cast is very toxic. No, well, she says she's a person of color. She's never. I've never heard her say she's black, but I've always heard
No,
her say I'm a person of color. You know, and again, to me, being a person of color is different than being black. It's not the same.
it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. At least in my opinion, it's not the same.
It doesn't hold the same weight.
It doesn't. And again, you know, this whole person of color is some new. That's some new ish. That's some new ish. This people of color thing. I feel like I'm old when I say that, but when I was young, it wasn't no people of color. You was black, you was Latino, you was Asian, you was whatever. You know, you were Chinese. You weren't even Asian. You were Chinese. You were Japanese. You were black. You were, you know, like all of this people of color. That's some new ish.
It
That's
is.
some new ish. Okay, because I
That
promise you, 70 years ago, when we had to go through the back door, you wasn't a person of color. You was going through the front door, okay? You wasn't identifying as a person of color when you had to drink out of the colored water fountain. I promise you, you weren't. But don't get me started. That's another conversation for another day, child. I'm gonna go
but
left.
that's why when people say people of color, I'm a person of color. If we
Yeah,
want to go and use that by that logic, if that was the same thing, what's her name? Jenny, who they just completely xed out of that show.
yeah.
She would be considered a person of color by their logic, right? But
Right,
she
and she
went
is.
on and
But
said, and they xed her ass out so quick. They
yeah,
xed
but
her
look,
out quick.
well, look at Beverly Hills. Look at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and your girl. Look how offended she got about Sutton. You know, making she told us what she made problematic statements, but as she identified as a person of color, and Sutton's statements were problematic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, I be catching the clips of. I watch Beverly Hills every now and again, but I know exactly what you're
Okay.
talking
Well, it
about.
was a whole thing on Beverly
No,
Hills
I watch
where.
it. I watch it every now and again. I
Oh,
catch
okay. So
like
you know
the
what I'm talking
main.
about. Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. But over there, at Beverly Hills, that's why they're giving them a long little break. You know what I'm saying? To like kind of regroup because it was a lot going on last season with them, and I
Girl.
feel
Oh,
like,
they on a break because you know normally they start filming around the holidays for their next season.
hmm
Andy was like, y'all got Christmas off. I see y'all in 2023. We got to, whoo, we need a minute. Andy
I
said,
can see they
we
gonna do
need a
that for
break.
I can see them doing that for Potomac too, because I'm gonna tell you why. Usually by now we get the after shows on Bravo, where the ladies talk about going to the after shows on Bravo and they talk about what
Mhm.
happened in the episodes. They have not done that yet, and for the last 2 weeks they haven't had anybody from Potomac on Watch What Happens Live because of all of this. They don't want those questions to come up, and I really think that they're gonna try to slide by this whole thing that's going on right now with Mia and Wendy and Robin mainly. I really have a problem with Robin. And then when Robin last night said what she said in that confessional, and they asked her, well, whose side are you on or whatever, she was like, well, I'm on Mia's side because I don't like Wendy. You blatantly, so basically you're overtly doing this. And I just
Yeah, I
feel
mean, she
like,
said, I just don't like Wendy. Now, again, people can make up their mind about why she don't like Wendy. I ain't getting into that. But she's
right.
like, I just don't like her. Like, she was like, I just don't like her. So let me ask you this. Um, Somebody made a comment earlier. Sandra said this: if this were a panel of black women, they wouldn't have accepted that. Do you think that comment would have slid if that were a panel of black women?
No, not at all. Everybody would have came for her.
I
Everybody would
agree.
have. I personally think that because no matter what she wants to put herself out, and no matter how her kids identify, a panel of strong black women that wasn't afraid to be out there and say what they need to say would have told her where to get off. They would have been like, okay, no, this is just too much because we're not going to allow that to happen. But I think because it was a panel of mostly, I want to say, gay black men, a lot of people didn't have anything to say about it.
I agree. Let me say this. I'm gonna make a couple of more points. I agree, Wendy. We can have that conversation another day about the whole hip hop culture deciding who can and who can't use racial slurs.
Mm.
It's okay for Jenny, for J Lo. It's okay for Fat Joe. It's okay. Like, I'm sorry, I love Fat Joe. I really do, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. But again, we can have that conversation another day, child. Biracial bubblegum, you're fine, babe. You're good. You're fine. People have opinions, and that's fine. You haven't given me a hard time, and y'all know over here, I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with me. I don't have a problem with people pushing back for me on me and my opinions, as long as it's done respectfully. And biracial bubblegum hasn't been disrespectful. If she gets disrespectful, baby, y'all know I keep snipers. Y'all know we got snipers over here. They in the bushes right now as we speak. We good. So biracial bubblegum, you're good. You're good. I appreciate, people giving me the heads up, but listen, you ain't giving me you fine. Y'all know I don't have no problem with people having a different opinion. It would be boring if we all agreed. I don't like y'all know. Listen, we good, girl.
That's not real life.
Huh?
I said that's not real life. Everybody's not gonna agree with everything all the
Yeah,
time.
that's not real life, and it would be boring. Don't you know
It's
how
not
boring it would be over
interesting.
here if we
Yes.
all agreed?
Look.
You
Let me
know?
tell you. Even for example, with Potomac right now, if everybody agree right now, the show would be so boring. Really, if we all
Right.
agree, even though we know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, if they all were on the same page, we'll be like, all right, this is whack.
Exactly. Exactly. And let me say this: Wendy ain't one of my favorite people on the show either. But I
Right.
take each situation, but I take situations individually. You know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all know I ain't no Candace fan, but I've been here for Candace this season. I have
I have
been.
to. So am
I'm
I.
no Candace fan. I'm not a big Wendy fan. But what happened to Wendy, in my opinion, was wrong. And I'm not gonna go back down that road because Lord, that'll open up another can of worms. But like I told y'all, do I feel like Wendy could have handled things a little differently? Sure. But do I think that ultimately the person that I blame for the situation is Mia? Period. Full stop. Um, Let me ask the tribe a question. There's 94 people in here. Now listen, I got some new escape tea. Okay, I got some tea on escape. Now let me ask y'all a question. And I'm gonna let y'all vote. Okay. Y'all know I only have about an hour and a half before I gotta be ready to get on the panel. But do y'all want me to shut this down and come back and talk about this new escape tea I have? We could do it live in maybe about 30, 40 minutes. Talk about this new escape tea, or are y'all good with just shutting this down? And because I don't want to blend the topics. That's why I say I would shut this down. If this were a tribe meeting, then I would just, y'all know, I just do all the different topics. But because this was a very specific topic, I don't want to blend it. So I can come back in about 20 minutes. It'll take me about 20 minutes to set it up. I can come back and then we can get into this new escape tea. Y'all want to do that? Okay, I see. I want the tea. Let's do it. Yeah. Okay.
I'll with it.
Okay, so we're gonna shut this down. It's 7:26. Give me till about 7:45. Let me shut this down and let me set up. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about this escape tea, honey. Y'all might already kind of know what's going on, but we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. All right, okay, cool. Because again, y'all know we can go down the rabbit hole with this conversation. We can go down the rabbit hole. But I do want y'all to go over to that page. It's Bo, what I say it was Bo Chat. I put it in the chat before. Y'all go check them out. Just get them some support, especially if y'all feel like they didn't support Mitch the way they should have. Just throw Mitch some. I don't know nothing about these guys. Mitch might be an asshole. I don't know him, but I still think it was wrong. You can be mad, you can disagree with what he has to say, but to throw, in my opinion, a racial slur, I think that was wrong. And I think that it's not getting the attention that it should be getting. And it's not getting the coverage that it should be getting. So y'all go over there and y'all send him a little bit of support and say, listen, that wasn't cool. I don't like it. Be respectful, y'all. Don't be cussing nobody out. But y'all going over there, tribe. Y'all going over there and check it out. I'll put it in the chat one more time before I log out. It's what I said was at BOUGH chat, like bro chat. Y'all go check them out over on Instagram. And just like I said, if y'all think that they should have supported Mitch, y'all just say that. If y'all think it was wrong, y'all say it. If y'all want to tweet about it, I feel like if this were a white woman, this would be a whole nother conversation. And I feel like it's not right that this was not a big, people didn't feel like, even his own people didn't feel like it was a big deal. I just think that's wrong.
Well, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to come up, and I will be waiting on my notification so I can come back up and support your channel. And you're doing a great job. I appreciate you. I love you. And I always clock in.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we're going to be back at, like I said, give me about 15, 20 minutes. I just got to make a thumbnail, set it up, and all that good stuff. All right. We'll be right back. All right. Bye, babe. Thank you. Bye. All right. I'm shutting it down, y'all. We'll be back.